All right, welcome back. It's Jana and Andrea showtime.
Showtime, Jana.
And today we're talking about all things to explore before you cut out anything from your food. And
Because
so,
it's common. People just want to start taking everything out. And it might not even be the food that's causing maybe some digestive issues for people.
exactly. And
Yeah.
so it's fair. I mean, I think if I have digestive issues, my first instinct would also be I must have eaten something wrong. But there's so many other areas we can explore. So we want to go there first because we want to keep food and life as big and enjoyable as possible so we don't have to shrink life down a little bit.
Well said.
Right? So what are the big things that we look at?
The first thing is timing.
Mm.
We always talk about the timing technique at Health Stand here. The timing technique is pretty much nailing eating every 3 to 5 hours, somewhere in that window. For some of you, it's going to be 3 hours. If you're more of a grazer, you like a little bit smaller meals a little more often, which can be helpful on the digestive system.
Yeah,
For others, maybe you're a little bit more like snacks get in the way, but I'm at least going to nail every 4 to 5 hours, maybe a little longer, but for sure, at least making sure that there's no meals being skipped. What we know about the digestive system
Mm.
is the gut likes routine. It
Yes.
is like a cranky toddler. If you don't actually sort of fuel it regularly, it is going to misbehave, temper tantrums, things are not going to go well. So we really want to nail.
I'm laughing because I think I am that cranky toddler. Like, feed me regularly, life is good, my digestion's good. I'm also just way happier.
There you go. I know it affects mental health, but the gut likes routine. It likes
Mhm.
to know food is going to come in on time. The second thing we want to think about is balance. So, of course, we always talk
Mm.
about building balanced meals, getting some grains and starches in. Yes, the beige foods, Jana. We always talk about, yes, the plate. The plate could be colorful, full of fruits and veggies, but not only fruits and vegetables, because that can actually be quite taxing on the digestive
Mhm.
system. So we want to have some of these beige foods. They
Yeah.
provide good bulk for the stool, good energy for the brain, and they happen to be my personal favorites on
They're
the plate. So
delicious.
we want to get those grains and starches in there. We need a bit of protein to help sustain that energy and that fullness. And then, of course, the plants
Hmm.
that are adding some color for good fiber as well.
Absolutely. So we have to hit that balance. And it sounds like making sure the balance hits all three components, but not overdoing on any one or the other. The other thing I always talk about with clients is how you eat, right? So many of us were in a rush. Are you on the way between, kids' soccer practice or one appointment to the next or in between meetings that we're just eating on the fly? So we might be standing and eating, we're in a rush, we're not even paying attention. That I just say a lot, sit down, slow down if you can,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, it's not always possible, but if we can sit down, slow down, and bonus points, you can actually take a breath before you start eating. Let's start to settle that nervous system a little bit so that your stomach's not so reactive.
And this could be just like 5 minutes
Oh,
to plan a meal. You don't need it necessarily an hour if things are busy. But I
absolutely.
love this removed from distraction, away from
Mhm.
devices, not multitasking.
Big
Undistracted
one.
eating is a good thing.
Even my big tip if you're at your desk is if you're just working away, it's like just rotate. Okay, well, now I'm eating. Now I'm back to work. It doesn't have to be a big shift. And that kind of leads us to point number four. What are the sneaky things that are actually flaring your digestive system that aren't food? And for a lot of us, there's sleep and stress, right? Few things that we can work on there in terms of my system. When my system is flooded, my digestive system is going to be flooded too, and it's going to be more reactive no matter what I put in it. So the things that I tend to pay attention to first would be, can we reduce some of the caffeine coming in? I'm sorry, I know I'm a caffeine drinker too, and everyone can be mad at me for this, but can we reduce the dose of caffeine coming in? Because it can be quite hard on the stomach and the anxiety, the stress that's creeping up. And also that bedtime routine. I know it's not sexy, it sounds kind of boring, but that bedtime routine just to help us settle so we can get a good quality of sleep helps our digestion that next day.
I always think too, like if it's been a rough day on your gut, get like the bean bag or the
Mm,
the electric blanket or some, put something warm on the belly, sip
yes.
some peppermint tea to help soothe the belly,
Oh,
and it's a nice evening routine.
oh, I like that. You've got
And
to, I should adopt some of
I
that
know.
evening routine.
I'm always trying to calm myself down.
Yeah, that's true.
So, if we wrap up our core messages here, eating on time, getting some balance, thinking about how you're eating,
Mhm.
the sneaky stuff, stress, sleep, winding down, And before you cut out anything, because we see
Yes.
long lists of taking gluten out and dairy out and meat out and
Oh,
I don't know, long lists
everything.
of carbs out. Before you do any of that stuff, blaming all of these things on poor digestive health, let's try some of the basics first and get curious. If
Yes,
you need more help, of course, come see our dietitian team. This is what we love talking about.
we love it.